Get in there! Get in there, Leeds United. How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie, and welcome back to the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. And it is time for your Oxford review. Leeds United 1-0 winners down at the Kassam Stadium this evening. A massive 3 points for Leeds United on the road. Just before we get into it, if you're as buzzing as I am, if you're as happy as I am, if you're as elated as I am, please make sure that you're smashing that like button. Make sure you're subscribing, getting all your comments in, hitting the notification bell, membership features, everything, all that jazz. Make sure that you're doing it if you're as happy as I am, because I must admit this top it feels drenched. My head is absolutely banging, but it's all worth it. It is all worth it. All that matters at the minute is results. Leeds United today have played last after Burnley win and after Sheffield United win. Now, let's be honest. Going into today, I know Sheffield United were in really bad form going into it. But you look at Cardiff, you look at how poor they are. You look at the fact that we battered Watford at Vicarage Road. You knew Burnley and Sheffield United were going to win today. You just knew it. So, for Leeds United to play last, having waited all day to play this game, again, having watched Burnley win, Sheffield United win, and to go out and put in a performance like that and grind out that 1-0 win shows huge desire, huge fight, but more importantly, huge bottle. You know, let's be honest, Leeds United of seasons gone by would have probably caved tonight because, let's be honest, I did feel we deserved the win. I thought we were vastly the better team. But there were little instances in that game where Oxford were trying to put the pressure on, where maybe the Leeds team of last season, maybe the team that Bielsa had in his first season would have caved. But at the minute, guys, we are showing tremendous bottle. And that is the main thing. But let's get into the lineup. Unchanged as expected, to be honest with you. It was nice to see Dan James be on the bench and to have him as an option to come off of the bench, of course. Like I said, it was as I thought game quite well, albeit it was quite scrappy in the opening stages. Probably the first half in general, actually. It was quite a scrappy game. I thought we were giving the ball away a little bit too cheaply at times, especially the likes of Ilya Gruev and Tanaka in the middle. Tanaka's not been at his best for a few matches now. Is it due to the fact that, you know, he hasn't played this much football ever in his career in like a whole season? Down to that, I don't know, but it just hasn't been quite at the races. I thought he improved as the game went on, but in the first half there were little elements where it was getting bodied off of the ball a little bit too easy for my liking. His passes were going a bit astray, and so was Gruev. Gruev was a little bit soft in challenges, and his passing wasn't as crisp as what I would have liked. But again, it was a scrappy game, and I get, you know, they are human beings at the end of the day. It's going to be tense. It's going to be nervy out there. So you can kind of cut them a bit of slack on that. And like I said, both improved as the game went on. We'll come on to, you know, we will come on to Joe Rodon and Jayden Bogle, who I thought were tremendous in the game. We will come on to those. Ethan Ampadu and Junior Firpo, again, decent. And I think we were just being patient in build-up in that first half. A bit frustrating at times because there were opportunities for Leeds United to get at them out wide. It was quite evident that Leeds were choosing to go down the left-hand side because you did find that Nonto was kind of inverting a little bit, allowing Jayden Bogle to obviously overlap on that right-hand side. But I still thought it was working quite well. And then the goal came, didn't it? The goal came, and so Joe Rodon's involved, Jayden Bogle's involved. It's a lovely weighted ball from Joe Rodon down the right into the path of Jayden Bogle. He sees that space in between the Oxford defence. Lovely threaded ball. Jayden Bogle with a first-time crossing, and who's at the back post to meet it? Solomon again, ole, ole. Solomon again, ole, ole. Solomon at the back stick, puts it in, and yeah, 1-0 Leeds United. And obviously, it ended up staying 1-0, but I did think at that point that Leeds would kick on, especially in the second half. The second half, though, kind of started off a little bit strangely for me, where Leeds were kind of allowing Oxford to have the ball, allowing them to just have it in front of them and just keep the shape, which I thought was a bit, it kind of took me a bit by surprise. But again, I thought Leeds from about 60, 65 minutes onwards, we grew into it massively. We got back into our stride, passing the ball a little bit more crisply. And yeah, just like I said at the beginning, guys, we did thoroughly deserve that win. We absolutely did. And yeah, let's just come on to it. Let's just come on to them. Firstly, Jayden Bogle, I mean, just immense. Just absolutely immense. What an absolute cheat code he is at this level. And an absolute steal from the Blades for 5 million quid. No wonder Chris Wilder lost his absolute marbles when Jayden Bogle decided to come to Leeds. Yeah, just brilliant. Just how he affects the attack on that right-hand side. Like I said, even when Nonto was inverting on that right-hand side, he was always an outlet down there. Rarely give the ball away and was fairly good defensively as well. Kept in shape very well. Thought it probably improved a little bit when Dan James came on because they've got more of an understanding down that right-hand side. But yeah, even when Nonto was on the pitch, I thought Jayden Bogle was just immense. Like I say, involved with the goal as well. A lovely ball to Solomon at the back stick. And yeah, just an amazing game from Jayden Bogle. But player of the match from Sky, and rightly so, Super Joe Rodon. Just an absolute colossus, like I've seen on Twitter, like they said on Sky, and it's bang on. What an absolute unit of a man he is. And, I tweeted at full time, Joe Rodon, take my missus. Mate, I would follow Joe Rodon into battle any day of the week. Joe Rodon, like you say, you would definitely go into battle with him. He passes the pint test 100%. You would go for a pint with Joe Rodon any day of the week. Him and Sam Rodon. What a night out that'd be. And yeah, just wins absolutely everything in the air. He reads the game really well. Great interceptions, good passing, good partnership with Ethan Ampadu. Both got an understanding back there. Like I said, him and Bogle just on that right hand side of the defence was just absolutely superb. Joe Rodon is just, yeah, the Welsh brick wall at it again, just doing brick wall things, just blocking absolutely everything. Carl Darlow as well, we've not touched upon him. Had a little moment, didn't he, where the Oxford player kind of had to obviously tackled him and it went out for a goal kick. Probably wasn't as sharp with his distribution on that point, but other than that, I thought he made a decent save in the first half, got just enough on it to parry it away out of danger. And yeah, just did goalkeeper things, which we've just been so not used to. With obviously hologramming goal for the majority. I would have liked to have. My only little niggle with tonight is that Farker should have made his subs a little bit earlier for me. A little bit more proactive with the substitutions. I thought Perot was having an all right game with the link up when he was dropping a bit deeper. So when Aronson come off, I would have actually put Perot. He chose to take Perot off, and yeah, fair play. Didn't think Bamford did as much in this cameo, but again, just winning tactical fouls, just doing the dirty work to get the job done. Isaac Schmidt coming on ahead of Largi Ramazani once again. I don't know why I was so surprised, but it's just mind-boggling to me why Largi is just not getting used, even if it was just for the last 5 to 12 minutes, obviously, because there was 7 minutes added on, just for the last 10 minutes, just get him on, just to give him some minutes. Hopefully, there's 3 games left, and, if the good thing happens on Monday, we may see him come in maybe for the last 2 games when it's all kind of decided, hopefully, if it's decided. Sorry, not when, if. And yeah, just obviously Gilavogi came on at one point. Dan James came on. I thought, obviously not as effective it could have been. It was only, 10, 15 minutes that he was on for. We may see Dan James from the start on Monday, potentially. That could be an interesting talking point going into it. Does he keep Nonto in, or does he put Dan James in for the Stoke game? But yeah, just Solomon, obviously, I haven't really touched upon him. Obviously, he scores the goal. I thought he was probably our biggest threat going forward whilst Nonto was on the pitch. I didn't think Nonto was that impressive tonight, I must admit. He was getting a bit involved with some, decent passes and stuff, but yeah, he just wasn't affecting the game in the way that I would have liked him to. But I think it's because he's on the right hand side. He's better either centrally or on the left, isn't he? But obviously Solomon's doing so well on the left. He doesn't seem to want to drop Brendan Aronson. So if Dan James is out, then Nonto plays on the right, doesn't it? But like I said, it kind of worked because when he was inverting, you had Bogle just on the overlap, providing that width on the right hand side. But yeah, like I say, an amazing, well fought, hard win. But as much as the performance was decent tonight, it's not about performances at the minute. It's about results. And from having 3 draws in a row, and after the Luton game, thinking that we were out of it and that we were dead and buried. Sheffield United go and lose 3 games in a row, and then we have won 3 games in a row now. And yeah, I said on the matchday build-up show earlier on, I said it in my preview. I've said it to numerous people. I've said it to Alice's dad, who's downstairs. I said, if we win tonight, it is all but done. And I'm still of that mindset. Monday afternoon at Ellen Road is going to be absolutely electric. We need to make it as loud and as hostile as possible for Stoke City. Stoke are coming into the game on the back of a 2-0 win today over Sheffield Wednesday. Decent win for them in their hope to stay in the league, which I think they will, regardless of what happens on Monday. So I think the crowd will be bouncing. I think the players will feed off it, and they just seem like they're hungry for it now. They know what's at stake. They know that if they win on Monday, then they are probably promoted. So just go out on Monday, get the job done, and then hopefully it's party time. Hopefully it'll be party time after the Burnley Sheffield United game. But yeah, for now, enjoy tonight. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend, guys, and bring on Monday afternoon. That's all I'll say. Bring on Stoke City on Monday. We'll leave it there for tonight, guys. We will leave it there. I need a lot. Yeah, just anything. So we'll leave it there, guys. Really hope that you've all enjoyed it. Really hope that you're all as happy as I am. If you are, please smash that like button. It helps get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Hit the notification bell. And of course, get all your thoughts and opinions into the comment section down below. And yeah, like I said, guys, try and enjoy the rest of your Good Friday and your bank holiday weekend. And over to Leeds United on Monday. Cheers.